So, what's up, everybody? I'm pretty excited here. We have a good one. It's the 585 boys. We're going live today. Again, just a quick reminder before we really get crazy here. Episode 4, we just uploaded yesterday. So go over, check that out. Subscribe while you're there. So make sure you guys subscribe because we're really not doing any more Facebook Live after this. And if we do anything live, it's going to be on YouTube. So we'll go live on YouTube. So make sure you go over there. We really need your support subscribing to YouTube, not Facebook. So we're going to cut some of that out.
And you can like the videos too.
Yeah, we
Subscribe,
definitely want
yep.
comments, feedback, whatever you got, just throw at us. Anything you want to see, talk about, whatever. So with that out of the way, we're going to get rocking. Jordan, Johnny, we got here, and then our special guest of the day. You guys are going to like this one. Big Andy Walch. We're going to let him rock and roll in a second from, if you didn't know, he's got Moosehead Masonry. We're going to let him kind of pitch that real quick.
Andy's an OG of Hamlin.
Yeah,
OG.
Original from the back in the days when we had Lickham ice cream and Hamlin Sports.
Oh boy.
Yes, sir.
Oh
The good
boy.
stuff.
Yeah, that was back in the day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up on at Lickhams on your bike, hit that window.
After you played soccer and
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah, you walk right
Yeah.
over there.
yeah,
Yeah.
I played defense, obviously,
Oh yeah.
so I didn't
Yeah.
really have to run too much. But it was still good. It was good ice cream. Can't forget. I remember the cherry dip. And they had you put the soft serve in the red cherry dip. I've never seen it ever since then.
No.
Probably was toxic.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey,
We're still here.
That's
Carvel
We're still here.
actually has that now.
wow.
Really?
It has the chocolate and the whatever, the cherry red dip. But definitely, even Carvel's wasn't as good as,
Dude.
as
No,
good old
man.
Lickhams.
Lickhams, baby.
That shit was good,
Lickhams.
man.
So if you
Oh, yeah.
guys are from Hamlin, which most of you that are watching probably are, remember that. And most of you guys got to remember Andy. Why don't you talk about Moosehead, what you
yeah.
do,
Yeah.
and just so people out there have an idea.
Well, Moosehead Exteriors and Home Improvement is basically what we do is exterior contracting. Basically, for the most part, it's on the masonry end. A lot of stamped concrete is kind of like our claim to fame. We've been putting out a lot of fire stuff. I would say a lot of stone work. We do a lot of block work, flat work, concrete work, but we also have contractors that work on our crew that are, we got a 20-year roofer, we got a 15, 20-year framer, guys that are experienced in all facets of.
Put those all together.
Yeah, so then basically what you're dealing with is you're dealing with one contractor in your house instead of you hiring a GC who's going to sub Tom, Dick, and Harry crackhead from the boo bop, wherever he's
Right.
from, You got all these dudes in and out of your house, you're subjecting your family to that.
Yeah.
It's kind of more convenient, that's how we look at it, and, we like to, obviously everyone, tries their hardest or whatever they put, but we take pride in what we do. And,
Definitely.
And you trust the people you have.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
yeah, I honestly, I've been blessed by, man, be honest with you, as we'll get into later or whatever, but throughout my time of being in business, I've had, some really good guys work for me, and I've had some, less than admirable characters work for me. Let's keep it like that. I don't want to toss no shade on these scumbags, but, it is what it is, I'm a kind of person that, I'm passionate about everything, not just concrete, not just, I was passionate about coming here tonight.
Yeah.
I was grateful, and I was really, really happy that you asked me to, and I was like, man, because we had talked about it, and I was like, hopefully he's not just blowing smoke. I know that's not your style, but
Yeah.
whatever, try to be nice to me or whatever, but it made me feel good that you wanted me to come on here. So I was passionate about that, but even as far as being a friend with someone, I've been in the gutter. I've been down. My luck's been rock bottom. I've been in and out of wherever, you know, college, you know.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's like I've been to the lowest depths and I've been to the highest highs, man. And I'm passionate about helping guys achieve what, you know, I've, you know, tried to achieve in my life, you know,
Right.
trying to be sober. Because a lot of times in construction, you'll get guys that got so much talent and potential, but they just can't get,
The drugs.
they just can't get past themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
They're their own biggest nightmare.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and listen, anytime I talk about this stuff, understand that I'm only speaking about it because I have fucking wrote the book on fucking your life up.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Listen,
Right.
I'm not here throwing stones to on nobody, on anybody. Like, even guys that are in the crew, if they screw up back in the day, I'd give them a chance. Listen, here, come on, here's this. Here's a place to live. Here's a truck to drive. Here, oh, you know, here's this, here's that. Oh, you need more money here, you know, and then and you can ask some guys in the past, maybe when I was younger and I was not as savvy to how a business owner should be. I was a son of a bitch to work for. I was a know-it-all. I was, you know, over controlling. I was a asshole. You know, I would shortcut corners for sure. 100% guilty of all that shit.
Yeah.
But I realized throughout all my trials and tribulations of how to be a good person, and I show appreciation of my guys. Like my one guy, Brandon, he's my son's uncle, and that kid is just, you know, that's like my ace right there, man. You know, that's my boy, bro. He wrote out everything with me. You know, he deals with me on a daily basis. He drives me everywhere. You know, because life will throw obstacles in my way, and I'm not one to just lay down.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm just gonna find a way to
Too
get
much
around
pride.
it.
You got the
Yeah,
pride
man.
in yourself, you know?
All it is, everything, and my boy Jay Thompson, that's my boy Jason, he always says you can accomplish anything in life, it's just time and money. You
Yeah,
know?
right.
And that's really all, if you
Right.
break it down to simple like that, it's really it is. You
Right.
just gotta, it's time and money, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, Moosehead, we're here, just, you give us a call, 585-590-1169. We're, I mean, the work speaks for itself. We got a website getting built right now. This, my friend Katie, she's doing some serious, footwork for us. She's getting us up there, and
Perfect.
she's getting us some nice photos of our jobs.
That's what you need.
Yeah, because I'm ignorant to that stuff.
Yeah, yep.
Advertising and stuff.
Yeah, I hear you
I
there.
just do the work.
Can't do it all.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
You gotta have somebody to
Yeah.
help you
That's
out.
what I try
Yeah.
to say, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And
You gotta have somebody.
that's the hard part of letting go of control.
Yeah.
Even though you might not be able to do it as good as that person, it's hard to give the reins over
man.
on certain
Well,
things.
yeah, it's your
you know?
your life, it's your business, man.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
see that's one thing though that like this whole situation that what we're gonna talk about
Yep.
that forced me to do this. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
like you gotta let go.
Yeah.
You gotta give people chances
Yeah.
to prove you wrong at least.
Right. Right.
That's
Then that's
it,
on
you know?
them.
Yeah.
That's on them.
You know,
Just
so,
Side note for when you said that you were jacked up to be here.
yeah.
We were jacked up to have you.
Yeah.
Honestly.
From day one, when
We're-
you said you wanted to come on, we're
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's happening. 'cause-
We're I don't know what other word to say. Honored to have you here.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're
Yeah,
thankful
yeah,
because
it goes right along.
this is what we want to do.
exactly.
Yeah,
This
man.
is what we
Exactly.
want to do. Your story is one of success
And it's
at this point, and you have ups and downs, and we're gonna hear about it.
Yeah.
But you're still here.
yeah, still here kicking, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Here.
like a big
some
fat
people are
cockroach,
probably
man.
Yeah,
like,
man.
oh shit,
Yeah, some
he
people are
is
like,
still
this
alive.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
motherfucker's
He is,
still
hey,
out, man.
he's
But-
still
This
here,
is water,
right here.
by the way.
Oh yeah. So on that side note, I'm glad you said that. So today, for our drink for the week, me and Johnny, just me and Johnny, are partaking in Crown Apple and lemonade. I prefer Minute Maid lemonade with it, but this is still just as good. It's pretty damn good. So that's what we got.
Good shit.
Big
Yeah.
Andy, he's got water.
Water,
So,
and it's for a good
for
reason.
the record.
For
Yeah,
a good reason.
good reason.
Right, right.
For the record. So, just to conclude that, the Moosehead part, make sure you guys go check his stuff out. Go check his work out on Facebook, Instagram. Sick. masonry work.
Yeah, Moosehead, man. You see that this is a brand. You guys, we got these T-shirts too.
One question about that. Where'd you come up with the name?
Okay, so it's a long story. I was hanging with this cat when when I was younger, and we were screwed around or whatever. I was when I was in trouble, and we became tight and stuff. We were kicking it around. He was from the Rock 585, and so you hang tight with his cats from the 585, and he was just like used to always call me. He said, "You got one big fat moose head,"
I had a feeling,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to. I didn't want to be the one to ask.
Yeah,
That is beautiful.
So then everyone just started calling me Moose and this and that, and then the one dude I was with in there, my boy Nate, he was like, "Yo, I want to put a moose on your hand." So I'm like, "All right." So I got the moose.
Okay.
That's where I'll.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
it's just like a brand,
Perfect.
Yeah.
And
Gotta have it.
everyone's like, what's that? I'm like, it doesn't even really matter what it means.
Right.
you know?
Right. Yeah.
It matters. That's what. And it just began with an M.
Right.
And masonry begins with an M. And I don't know. I was working for Flower City Masonry, and for some reason I thought it was like something I wanted to do. Which completely masonry is a nightmare.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta be one dumb motherfucker to do that shit. But we're
That's a
doing it.
grind.
I love it. I am passionate about it. But some days you do wish maybe I should have listened to my mother a little bit more because she wanted
Yeah.
me to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
And believe me, I miss my calling.
Yeah,
I watch a
yeah.
lot of crime stuff and I'm savvy into legal work and stuff. Well, we'll find out about that
yeah.
later. Right? But I'm big into it, and I should have been a lawyer. My mom said, I actually went to college for criminal justice at one point in time in my life.
Okay. Me too. Me too.
So
You got the gift of gab.
Yeah,
There's no doubt
yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Nobody's gonna deny that, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So basically, where are we gonna go with this? What do you guys got in store for me?
So just to keep up with some people that chimed in, I'm just gonna say, what's up, Paul? Tony says he got pulled over driving Drew's truck back in the day.
Is your brother?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Tony, shouts out to Tony, Dick's Sporting Goods back
Yes,
in the
sir.
day. We were tight. We worked at Dick's Sporting Goods when I was in high school.
Yeah.
That's how
you guys were the
Yeah,
Dick
That's
Sparrows.
how I met the clan.
Almost 20 years ago, man.
Wow,
Almost
man.
20 years ago. It's got to be,
Jeez.
right?
Crazy.
Because we've been out of school for 16.
Absolutely.
This was
Yeah.
I was in high school. Yeah. Heap of
Definitely pretty
Manwich.
close.
I still remember.
Yeah.
That was fantasy draft. Todd Heap.
Yeah.
That was something.
So Julie says, hey, she said Moosehead does beautiful custom work, which, I think
Thank
we can
you,
all agree on that.
Julie. Also, I want to say to anyone that is watching, whatever, I know, people forget, I'm locked off Facebook right now.
Okay.
I had
Facebook jail,
I made
yeah.
an inappropriate comment again. So I'm doing a 30-day bid over here in
Facebook prison,
Facebook jail, Zuckerberg.
Yep.
penitentiary.
Yeah,
Zuckerberg Penitentiary.
it's club fed, it's nice and easy, but I can still use the messenger, so that's why I call it club fed.
Yeah,
they don't take away
right.
all your privileges.
No.
Right,
You still get
right.
a little bit.
Yeah. So, anyways, but I do like to say, anyone that ever, it's amazing. You go on these Brockport the marketplaces.
Yep.
Someone's like, "Oh, I'm in search of a stamp patio." I swear to God, 20 people are throwing my name out there. It's so much love that. If I could write you all a paragraph on that time, if my fingers weren't too fat to type that much, I would write you a love letter, but I don't. I just try to heart every time someone mentions my name or my company.
Yep.
And I try to make sure I stay up on that because I don't want anyone to think that I don't appreciate that, because I do more than anything in this world.
Right.
Every time you share a local guy's stuff, you're feeding families. Not only his. Don't think about me, because I know everyone sees my kids. They're like, those kids don't need to eat no more, Listen, I got guys, I got kids. I got guys, I got bills. If you think about it, when you shop local, you're not just shopping local with this contractor. The guys that he pays, the guys he buys his equipment from. I buy my equipment from Patrick Young, Bobcat, Finger Lakes. I rent my stuff from the Duke Company in Henrietta, the best places to go. I put them out there. it's just how local support local. You know, you support everyone. It's just all part of the economy. You know, people forget that shit, and you got these guys coming out here now. As far as the masonry, you know, obviously residential stuff, you're not going to get too many big wigs. You know,
Right.
like bigger companies coming. But there's a bunch of us out there, guys. A couple of guys I know from Greece, Spencerport. If I'm out that, if I get a job out that way that I don't maybe can't take on,
Yep.
I got a guy that does
Refer right
phenomenal
to
work.
Yeah.
And I don't hate on them. And I know there's a lot of guys that do hate on us.
You're right.
Because they look at us like it's easy to talk shit about someone when they give you a story.
Right.
Because when you're a nobody, no one talks about you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I like people
that's
talking
huge.
about me.
Yeah.
Like because.
My name's still out there.
Yeah, whatever.
Right. It's out there, good, bad.
Think
You're
about
talking about
think about
me.
my name. My name was drugged through the mud, the deepest sludge you could be. Now, people still respect me enough to give me the work I get, the respect I get on the Facebook. People show love, man. It's just like, it's over. It's really just. I'm really grateful, man.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
I'm so humble, like Sean McDermott says, dude. Humble and hungry.
Sir.
Yes,
Humble
Yes,
and hungry.
sir.
That's what it is.
Humble and hungry, man.
you're
Shout
gonna
out to
be
the
the
Bills.
best.
Shout out to
baby.
the Bills. Next Thursday, we're going fucking big time draft next Thursday.
Oh, baby,
sir.
game
Wait,
time.
I can't wait.
Oh, we can talk about that too.
Yeah, we can.
Don't
Yeah.
you worry.
We can talk some time about the Bills.
Ricky
Is that Ricky
Rick
Lissow?
Dog.
Ricky Lisso.
He said Moose.
Yeah, that's my boy, man.
Dakota.
Lissow, man.
Glad you got big man on here. Deserves all the shine, true inspiration. Yeah,
Thanks
man.
a lot, man.
Yeah, it's big. We're gonna get into all that.
That's Dakota Miller.
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
my boy, man. I
Yeah.
got that 2XL shirt for you too, but I seen you was slimming down, so I was gonna wait out till the summer, maybe send you an XL instead.
Yeah, get to your final weight.
Don't get
and then-
tight. Don't get tight at me about the shirt. Just send me the address, and I'll get you a shirt out there, bro.
Yeah, Dakota looks like he's doing great,
Yeah, he
man. A
is.
lot of positivity coming
Yeah,
out of him.
yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
I love seeing his stuff out
Yeah,
there.
that's my boy for sure.
So, all right. So let's get down to dirt. Let's get down to business. Haley
Yeah.
says hi. Hey, Haley. So yeah, let's start here. Let's just talk about your life coming up, where you got to here now. How all that happened. And we'll get the good stuff in between.
All right. So born February 11th, 1985. Father David Walch. My mother's Ramona. She's a saint, So that's my rock, man. The first house in Hamlin we were at was like on Brick Squouse Road, and I moved out of there when we were in like third grade. I went to Catholic school, which is really ironic because I'm like not.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's a great way
Yeah,
to put
you
it.
don't say
That is a
Catholic
great
school,
way to
buddy.
put it. I'm like, not.
That's just not
Yeah,
gonna.
it's
That
perfect.
just don't work like
Yep,
that.
Right.
yep.
And so, because my mother was so worried about putting me in the Brockport kindergarten, I'll never forget the story because there were 16 kindergarten classes that year.
Yeah.
And she's just
Wow.
worried about her little baby.
Yeah, yeah,
going to-
yeah.
So I went to the Catholic school. She was hemming my pants for my fat ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I had,
yeah.
I had the polo shirt tucked in, belly. Normal chubby kid shit.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
I grew up playing hockey. I loved hockey because I was too fat to play football because they had the weight limit. But you didn't see me do no class action lawsuit about that shit, right?
Right.
That's body
right.
shaming, motherfucker. Body shaming.
Absolutely.
Now, think
doubt.
about it. Think if you let a motherfucker like me play fucking football back in the day.
Oh yeah.
It's a wrap, dude. By the time I got to high school, been done.
Game time.
Game time. You
Yep.
know. But now you go to high school, you don't get to play the whole time because you're too big. Now you're playing versus cats that have been playing since they were this tall. Whether they're big or small or not, they got way more experience. Experience
That's it.
holds
Yeah.
more than anything.
Right.
Wait. There's a weight limit?
Back in the day for football, you probably didn't know because you was a slender cat.
Yeah,
You know
yeah. I
what
was
I'm
a little guy.
saying? Well, we're chubby, man. Chubby
Yeah,
guys,
that's
I didn't know that. I
Think
did not
about all
know
the
that.
talent that
Yeah,
they missed
well,
because of that.
I mean,
on.
that's what linemen are for.
Right.
What the fuck? Right. That's what I
Preaching
tell.
to the choir.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay,
It's part of the game, man.
Let's talk about linemen. Linemen are fucking the most important piece of a football
Yeah,
team.
right.
Straight up on
Yes,
either side.
100%.
I don't care. And I'm not just saying that. We don't need accolades. We don't need statistics. I don't need none of that. Just know you ain't getting no yards. You're not going to get no yards behind a bitch lineman.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta have a
Yeah,
guy
absolutely.
driving off the ball, hitting them like hitting them like he means it.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
tanks.
Just wrecking shit, you
Yeah.
know? And granted, like the Bills, okay, let's put it like this. We got hybrid linemen, right?
Yeah.
We got heavy pass offense, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, we got the best quarterback in the AFC.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Josh Allen's better
Josh Allen, JA, 17.
than 17.
Shout
Cannon.
out.
Cannon. You know, so, but like, the way I look at it is the linemen we have are primarily going to be there protected in a pass formation off the rip. Most everything we do is going to start off at, look, we run the gun a lot.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
You know,
yeah.
so basically, everyone's bitching about like you know, our running backs and this and that, right? No, check out the yards per carry, right? Our yards per carry were like still in the top 20 for both Moss and Singletary, but when you got an offense that shoots more, is more pass happy, you're gonna have more pass protecting linemen.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And we're
they
not
will.
just gonna throw in guys that are bulldozers here and here
Yeah.
because they're gonna know, oh, run play.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You can't, like Lee Smith.
Yeah.
Like when he's on
So
the
he's out
field.
there like,
Yeah.
that's why when he caught that touchdown, it was
yeah, I
like,
was
holy
like,
shit,
what
he
the
got
hell just happened?
like, wait, that guy's not a lineman.
I didn't know he was eligible.
I
Right.
didn't even think he was
No,
a tight end. Yeah. Like,
Does
wait.
he have to report when he
Right.
goes in?
Right, exactly. So it's like, people don't realize how important linemen are. People are just like, oh, he missed a block or this and that. It's just different. You know, obviously I got different attitude towards it. My kids are, oh, we linemen. They're, you know, so it's like, you're always sick of watching, you know, the stud, you know, the ball carrier. They get all the accolades. But in reality,
How?
right, my man in high school, though, he was like AGR player of the year. Calvin Hall, his name was, dude. Sick linebacker, sick running back. He was nasty. And he said in the paper, though, I'm nothing without my linemen.
Right.
You know, and he's right, you know.
Right.
Like good quarterbacks.
They
get a
should
good-
say that,
They
yeah.
good quarterbacks, they get a good season, they're buying the lineman trucks.
Better.
Taking
Yeah.
out steak dinners.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got, and that's how it all goes into the whole thing we were talking about before, just being grateful.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
okay. You know, like, sure, you know, yeah, I'm happy. I'm making money. We're getting work, names out there, getting exposure. It don't make it I'm still, and like, instead of like getting less grateful, I'm getting more grateful.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that
That's
appreciation
it,
out
man.
there.
Yeah.
I read this book when I was down and out and shit. It was called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I would suggest anyone, you know, who may be going through a tough time or like trying to, you know, figure out what's going on. It's like really, really good book. It's based upon like, it's pretty strictly based off like being grateful.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like not just being grateful like, oh man, I got some Crown Royal. You know,
Right.
but like being grateful like, yo, I had water to brush my teeth this
Deep.
morning.
Right.
Like I woke up this morning, I wasn't in a fucking in the box, and you know I wasn't in a max security prison. You know,
Yep.
yeah, I didn't have a correction officer chuck my tray in and throw my food on the ground. I had to eat it off the
Jesus
ground.
Christ.
You know,
Yep.
so shit like that. I'm grateful
Right.
because I've
right.
been there. But it's so like basically one of the things I definitely always think about is like I 100% could never appreciate my life the way it is now without going through what I went through.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can
So-
see it.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah.
You know.
So explain to us kind of how.
Oh yeah, I keep getting
Where-
off track.
no,
Yo,
no,
so
you're-
since-
No, that was yeah.
That's-
that's
you know,
fine.
I mean, we got.
That's
a lot
what
of
we
time.
do.
Right.
We got all day, man.
Yo,
Don't worry about it.
It's just, you know, the flowers around here are superb. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
I
100%.
can't, you know, since they legalized the shit, you know, been dibble dab a little bit, you know, it's a little crazy, you know, but whatever. So basically, when I went after high school and stuff, you know, everyone goes through that phase where you drinking and it's like the boys were going out, you know. A bunch of my boys, like we used to go to college parties before we were like supposed to, and like, you know, maybe, you know, we get rough and rowdy, and it was just like, you know, it was just like your passage, you know.
Right.
Well, at that point in time, I was drinking and, you know, dabbling, experimenting with stuff and seeing what I liked and what I didn't like, and I liked booze way too much, you know.
Yep. Yep.
Booze and me were like, you know, that's just what it was, man. I could drink like crazy. I felt like Superman on it.
Yeah.
You know, being, you know, a kid like, being overweight your whole life and stuff like that, especially younger, you don't really find a reason like why you're overweight. You don't like find a benefit in it. You just get made fun of and shit.
Right,
And,
right.
Like the chicks don't think you're cute, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
right now, girls think you're cute now because it's like chubby season's cool.
Yeah.
But like back in
Dad
the day,
bods
like,
are
Dad
in.
bods, yep.
but yeah, dad bod, right? Dad bod central. That's all I call it. Instead of being fat ass, now I'm just dad bod.
Dad bod, yeah, it's a
Relax,
dad bod, relax,
you know?
yeah.
Right.
So it's like, back then, like you always had a low self-esteem and shit, So like, booze would kind of like make that go away. You feel that liquid courage they call it. Talking to the ladies a little more easily. You forget, your deficiencies as a man that you think that you have. And like, it would like turn me into like, the Credible Hulk.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like that feeling.
Yeah.
Because as a man, it's not socially acceptable to express your feelings. Nowadays, it's more and more.
Yeah.
But growing up in our age,
Alpha.
yeah,
Alpha.
it wasn't acceptable to experience to show your
No.
feelings, especially if it
No.
was the only one that it was acceptable to show was anger.
Yes.
Right,
Oh, 100%.
right.
And the alcohol would bring the anger out of me.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
all that shit that was pent up that I would just let go and let go, let go. All the people not picking me for, gym class or overlooking me on the hockey team or overlooking me on this or not giving me a chance for that. Once I started drinking, I found out like,
It's ammo.
it's just, I'm just smashing, it was like a release. I'm smashing all the problems I had in my head. It's like but really you are smashing it, but really what you're doing is compacting it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's
Yeah.
gonna just, after a while,
Oh, it's gonna.
Yes.
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah, man.
All in
Yeah.
But once it comes back, you probably are already in the middle of pushing something else down, and now you got this. Whoops, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I got these big old paws. Sorry about that. But that's what I'm saying. You're compacting it. You're not dealing with it.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what you do
no,
when
yeah.
you use it. Not saying you guys, God bless anyone that can have a drink socially. Me personally, that's not the case.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I like it too much. I like going off on a tangent. I go crazy,
Yeah.
It's just not me. I don't
Right.
like being that.
Yeah. Right.
But you turn into something that you never were.
Right.
Right? And I like that because I didn't like who I was. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And after you get through all the shit and you realize why you feel like you do, you can combat the addiction.
Right.
But until you realize why you feel like a piece of shit every day, why you don't think you're good enough or whatever, you can't.
You just shield it with the alcohol.
Yeah, you numb yourself.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
want to feel it. Boop, boop,
That all disappears.
gone.
Yep.
And then you just get reckless.
Right.
Because then you don't care about nothing.
Right.
You're a reckless abandon. You're just going ape shit. You don't care. Your main purpose is now in life is to destroy.
Right.
Whether it's you, innocent bystander, God forbid you hit someone with a truck, a car, God forbid, and like, so anyways, I took it too far, started dibble-dabbling with the wrong crowd, I guess you could say, but really in reality, I was the wrong crowd.
Right. Right. Right.
People could swear up, oh, wrong crowd. I was the crowd,
Mhm.
That was
Which
it.
is crazy. Like you recognize two things. One, the alcohol was not good. Two, it wasn't everyone else's problem. It's your own
That's
shit.
Yeah, but that's what forever. That's what causes people to not the recidivism in prison, right? The addiction rate. It's just motherfuckers can't take responsibility for their fucking actions,
Yep.
and it's more and more prevalent in society today.
Yeah.
A motherfucker just won't buck up and be like, "Yo, I fucked up. What can I do to fix it?" Okay, let me do that. Do it, and then see what happens.
Right.
If they don't get what you're promised, then you got to gripe.
Right.
People are just so entitled now.
Right.
That's just what it really is. So basically, I'm selling drugs and stuff at this point. I'm in and out. Drinking, drugging, womanizing. I had a kid at a young age. My son Cameron. He's almost 16 now. May 8th, he'll be 16. He's like my best friend now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't really the best father for him for the first 5 years of his life, I would say. I took me that long to get my shit together, And after that, obviously, I've still made many mistakes.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Far from perfect. Never, you just, I don't expect to be perfect, but I still I try to work for perfection.
Try to achieve that.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't expect it though because it's just you're just setting yourself up for failure. You know,
Right,
I'm only
right.
human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
already know that. So, anyways, I'm dibble dabbling drugs, selling drugs. You know, I don't really want to get into too
Right.
crazy about that stuff. You know, but hanging with the different crowds, driving expensive cars, owning houses or whatever, apartments all over the place, doing the thing. You know, living the life and. But before all that too, I was working on a farm, and so like I said, I've been here and there.
Right.
I've been this life here. I've been playing sports, but we played I played high school football, went to go play college football, but that's like I said, that's when all that stuff happened or whatnot, the drugs and alcohol. So anyways, I get jammed up in 2011, um, and or 2010, July or June 20, no, May 25th, 2010. I got jammed up. I got an A felony, for cocaine, and they ended up giving me a 4.5 flat 5 post, right? So 4.5 flat in a state prison. So obviously that wasn't really cool. I had done some county jail time, in and out, intermittent stuff at that point for being a dumbass, whatever the case was. But this time was a little serious. Um, I had a girl that was pregnant at the time, my wife now. We had my son Andrew on January 26, 2011, my Andrew Jr. And then I got sentenced on February 10th, the day before my birthday. They did it on purpose because they figured I was going to go crazy on my birthday. They sentenced me to.
No.
Yeah, they said nah, they had me on an ankle bracelet, like America's Most Wanted, some bullshit.
Yeah.
I got married on an ankle bracelet. Yeah, yep, I did.
It's
Sure.
like it would be those wedding photos would be like a game of I Spy.
Oh,
Find
yeah.
the bracelet.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah, for sure. It was wild. It was a wild wedding too.
Yeah,
It was
that's
fun,
cool.
fun times.
That's funny.
But the whole time you're sitting there knowing you're going to prison.
Right.
So you really couldn't enjoy it. And so I ended up going to jail, whatever. I got sentenced. My whole family came there, supported me, obviously, and things didn't go as planned when I was gone and stuff like that. I ended up having some troubles, and you know, but I ended up going to get a chance. They started doing this thing where they let you go to this military camp, shot camp.
Yep.
Like 50 Cent was there.
Yeah.
Tony Yayo. They signed the wall and shit. Stupid as fuck.
50 was
Dumb
here.
motherfuckers. But anyway, so you go to this military camp for 6 months instead of doing the rest of your bid. If you deal with someone screaming in your face, do some push-ups, run some laps, whatever. As long as the parole board thinks you can go home, you go home.
Was that effective for you?
Oh my God!
Or was it a joke?
The best thing that ever happened to me.
Oh, really?
I swear to God. I needed it. I needed the regimen. I needed that military, and I don't learn easy. I needed to get that shit beat into my head.
That structure?
I had these drill instructors there that were, they're fucking, it's like the WWF. It's like they're fake, but a lot of the guys are old military.
Right.
They'd really been through it.
I'm sure, yeah.
But like they still wear the hat and shit, and then they'll get right in your face, and they'll get right. You're dropping, give me 20, motherfucker. And it's like, yes, sir. You do it. You act all crazy, stand up at attention.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, whatever. I play Soldier Boy for 6 months. And I do want to say, not Soldier Boy, like, disrespectful to the armed services. I really respect the Army, everyone in our armed forces. I 100% wish I didn't have a felony record at such a young age, because I would definitely have tried I would love to have been. After seeing how I liked the regiment, I wish I had gone that route, So I respect everyone that has served our country. And
Definitely.
We give military discounts at Moosehead too. So
Nice.
Just
Oh,
everyone
okay.
knows,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we give military discounts, and surprisingly, we give police discounts.
Yeah. Which we'll definitely dive into.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
That's
no doubt
sketchy.
about
That's
that.
sketchy, right?
We'll dive
Yeah.
into why you give police discounts.
Yeah, right.
No,
Yeah.
so you get locked up, you go through your shock camp and come out of that.
Come out, thought, maybe it wasn't long enough. I did end up doing 2 years or whatever. And I came out, and I was working for the masonry company still. And I was working my ass off. I always busted my ass and tried to learn. And one day I wanted to, I thought I would be good at masonry, and I figured I could, give it a shot. And then finally, some guys were letting me lay some block, and they're like, they seen I knew what I could do a pretty good job. And but then I got so good where at like laboring for them, where I would labor, and then I would jump down and lay some block, and then I jump back up on the scaffold because we're doing Walmarts and shit.
Oh,
So
wow.
you're doing like 100-foot scaffolds,
Yeah,
up and down
yeah.
towers and shit.
Right.
So it was a really good experience to do that.
Sure.
And them guys I had a lot of good friends over there. Still have some good friends, and I really respect them guys. And but anyways, they were always good to me. They take me back. I came home, like I said, and I didn't really do that good at that point. I didn't really learn. I went back again. It was like deja vu. I got locked up again, sent me back to shock camp, same platoon, same drill instructor,
Oh,
whooped my ass for 6 more months.
he remembered you? Yeah, yeah.
Gave me the same bed and everything. Made me hold the flag because you get like the guide on.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, I had to do that too. So at the end of that thing, you got to lead like a drilling ceremony. So you got my big monkey fat ass up there dancing with a flag, and it was funny shit. But anyways, it was over. Whatever.
So
Crazy story.
was that the final bid? you
Oh
were
hell
in?
no.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. So after that, I came home. I was working still and stuff like that, and then I think I started my own company then. At that point, I took my tax return money and bought a set of Ryobi tools, some Ricky homeowner shit. I didn't know nothing. And I bought them and I started selling work like I was a mason, but I wasn't really.
Right. Right.
And I got better though. I got a lot better. I worked with a lot of good guys that taught me a lot of stuff, and they respected me having that hustle and the grind, and
Yeah.
they taught me a lot of shit. And the whole thing though is having the work ethic.
Definitely.
But anyway, so I was doing pretty good there for a little while, but I was still on parole because it's such a big bid.
Right.
So they still got a hold of you.
Right.
At any given time, they're like, yeah, fuck you. And then everyone forgets about you.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you pop back up, they're like, oh, I love you so much. Oh,
Right.
yeah. Your kids are so cute, and we missed you so much. Yeah, whatever, right? So anyways, I got in trouble playing softball one night. We were playing the Brockport, I don't know, whatever, some Brockport team, and I got into a brawl and ended up just losing it, drunk,
Yeah. Yeah.
drunk again. Can't control myself when I'm drinking, and so when you're on parole, you don't get no bail. You get locked right up, snatch you up. Your kids don't see you. As soon as you leave that night, you don't even know. Drop my kids off at my mom's. All right, I'm going to play softball. Before the night's over, you're in county booking with a fucking state detainer. You can't touch him.
Shit.
He's state property.
Right.
Then a parole officer comes in. Hey, sign this, sign your life away, wait for the parole hearing. You go in front of a parole judge. He's like, yeah, you're a real scumbag loser. Fuck you. Fucking slams the key. It's just it's all a big game.
Yep.
Once you're in the system, there's really no fight.
Yep.
Right.
Once you're in there, when I was locked up, when I was younger, I seen this thing on the wall. It was like a conveyor belt, and it had a kid, like a young kid on it, and then it showed him going through this like box.
Yeah.
And over here, he was like a adult, and it was just like the system eats up like little kids, and like
Right.
they learn. This is what they learn
Yeah.
because usually, not in my case, I want to say I had the best parents I could ever have.
Right.
Wasn't my problems were strictly because of my own doing. It was not because of bad parenting. But like a lot of cats, they suffer from not having good guidance or whatever. So they want to be accepted somewhere. Like everyone, that's the biggest human trait is acceptance.
Yeah.
And so they look in the wrong places for it. Well, fuck it. They live good in jail. They don't got to worry about nothing. Fuck it.
Yep. Yeah.
They know how to commit crimes to only cap it off at this much.
Right,
Keep it
right.
non-violent. It's a joke. But
Yeah,
that's how these
right.
dudes start living.
Yep.
Because it's not the Department of Corrections, and I'm not just saying this because I'm an inmate and not a CO. It's the Department of Corruption. Okay. There's so much wasted money. Officers on overtime just kicked up, feet in the air, sleeping. Dudes stabbing each other in the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
The fuck are you getting paid for?
Right,
You're
right,
protecting this kid, right?
right.
No, you're not. You're sleeping and you're collecting overtime. Don't get me wrong. There's probably some good COs. I never met one, right?
Right.
I never met one, but you know, as far as cops, I respect them 100%. You understand?
Right.
I've just seen so much crazy stuff throughout this, and like me being raised by a good family, understanding morals and
Yeah.
values. Just because I had a drug problem and I did some bad, terrible things in life doesn't make me a bad person with no morals.
Right.
So like these cops, they don't discriminate. You know, you're in there, they have a bad day. Ah, maybe you want to go down the flight of stairs in handcuffs. I've seen that. You know, kid with his hands behind his back, kick him down the stairs. They say he was resisting.
Wow.
You know, they tell us like there's a kid from Albion. He got killed in Green Correctional. They didn't report him being dead for like 4 days because they had to figure out what they're going to do with his body.
Wow.
We got to hit it with a hammer or something to make it look like we said was going to happen when it happened.
Wow.
It's all a big game because
Right.
you give normal men, people like you and me, you give normal men this sense of power and authority.
Yep.
80, 95%, I don't know, 95% can't handle the power.
Right.
No real man, not a real man, no regular man can handle power like that
Right.
and
Right.
not abuse it. I don't care who the fuck you are.
Right.
It's just not possible. I honestly feel the only way it's possible is if you've lived both sides,
Sure. Yeah.
you know?
You got to get a taste. You got
Like if I was ever given a chance to be a correction officer, I would make a change.
Right.
Because I seen it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
lived
seen
it on that.
Lived
the
it,
inside.
lived it. So anyways, whatever, I got that violation, I go back upstate, I'm going to Willard Correctional, right, which is like a violation. It was like a 90-day violation, right? While I'm up there, I got a phone call, like my best friend growing up, Paul Bamia, I don't know if you guys know who he was.
No, I don't know.
PJ, he played hockey with me or whatever. We were like best friends growing up. He had developed stage 4 cancer or whatnot.
Jesus.
So like they called me down there to tell me, you know, your friend's on his deathbed and he just wanted to talk to you before he died. I'm like, fucking waterworks. I'm crying and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I want to cry right now talking about it. You know, but just like he died. You know, it's just you miss stuff like that. Like you know, other people passed away. You miss kids' birthdays. You miss your mother's birthday. I mean, who knows how many years you got left with your parents and stuff like that. You know, time is so precious. So like, sitting there, that was like the last time. Like that was gonna be my last time right there.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
I was like, in the county jail. I woke up one morning, before I went back to the state on that violation, and I had mail, and I'm like, what the fuck? I got mail. So I look at it, and it's a letter from my son Cameron. You know, and he's like, you said you're never gonna leave me, and shit. It's
Jesus.
just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
that's enough.
That
I didn't even
hits.
read the whole page. I'm like,
Right.
I had to close it up and like, yo, you know.
Yep.
So it's just like I ended up reading it and like I kept it with me like all the way through transit. Like I kept it in my Bible and shit. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I
Right.
wanted to keep it with me and stuff, keep it fresh, you know. And then I ended up doing that. Whatever, got out, started working more business wise, doing good, remained sober. We had another baby, Austin. He's 5. He just turned 5 the other day. He's hilarious, you know. He's a monster. And so that happened, and then ended up buying my first house or whatever. And you know, everything was going really good. I was sober for 3 years. Now, mind you, I smoked marijuana. You know, I've been on a medical card. I ended up one day. It was a high windstorm, 2017. My best friend, not my best friend, but he was a good friend of mine. He committed suicide, right? And there's a windstorm the next day, and he would have been up, you know, tarping the roofs with me. You know, people call when their shingles blow off or whatever.
Yep.
So instead, I went up there, and it was like I just wasn't thinking right. Something set the ladder, ended up falling off the roof. I my foot got caught underneath the ladder rung, you know,
Oh,
and I landed
and your
on the
body
ladder,
kept going.
and I landed on the ladder
Oh,
between
snap.
the asphalt and the rung, and like I snapped my foot in half.
Yeah.
Literally, my foot almost got amputated, you know.
Right.
So I had to work that whole season on my hands and knees, you know, literally hands and knees. I baby crawled. I went through like 5 pairs of knee pads. Yeah, it was a nightmare, dude. 8 months I was on crutches. I shattered like 85% of my bones in my foot. I got
Jesus.
pins and screws in it and shit, you know. It was just nasty, you know. I tore both my biceps. It's been rough,
Right.
you know. We used to
Right.
be big into lifting weights, with, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, you just go hard and, you know, just you do some dumb shit being young and
Yep.
think you're Superman, whatever.
100%.
Just all fucking. It was rough, right? So, anyways, finally things were seeming to go right, and I got maxed off parole, and like everything was good. I had a good money in the account. Everyone was happy. I bought the house, and you know everyone was good. And then like I hit a spot where it was like, is this it? You know,
Right.
like
Right.
what's this? What's up? You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
where's the excitement or something?
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
So then, like, you know, I had a little issue one night and I, you know, blew it out of proportion. I gave myself what they say, you set reservations for yourself.
Yep.
Like, I knew it.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
going to get
Oh yeah.
fucked up.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I already knew it. I'm like, oh, yeah?
It's going
that
down.
pissed me off? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get fucked up because of that.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
Not, you know, and I was being a bitch,
Yeah.
being a little bitch, you know?
Right.
So I went out drinking, started drugging, you know. My choice of drug is cocaine. And I started getting high, and I was driving, bought a brand new truck, you know, $60,000 truck. I'm driving around wasted, you know. And then I got into some shit at the bar with some jerk off. Me and him started going at it, whatever. Maybe I was the jerk off.
Right.
Obviously,
Right.
more than likely was, you know. And so I just like, I'm going home, whatever, fuck it. I go all the way home, and I'm sitting in front of my house, and a couple of driveways down, because like we could park on the side of the road. And I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking about how embarrassed I am. I got to go inside right now. I'm wasted. My mother's there, and she's gonna be mad at me and disappointed in me, and I'm like, fuck, dude, here we go. And all of a sudden I pass out, right? Pass out right in the truck. Wake up, fucking cop.
Oh.
Mind you, I maxed out a month ago.
Oh.
Off
My
like a 10,
God.
off a 10-year bid.
Here we go.
I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, there's
I had
nothing you can
started
say,
taking
yeah.
some medication for like depression and stuff, and I never had drank on it before.
Oh.
So
Yep.
like that mixed with like, you know, everything else I put in my system just kind of like put me for a loop.
Right.
When I woke up, I was delirious, but I
No
was just
clue.
panicking because all I see is lights. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, being my history and whatnot, it's like kind of PTSD.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been through
Yeah.
it, bro. Been arrested. Been through this trenches.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know. So, anyways, they ran my record. They ran my name, and that was all it took.
Right.
You know, my mother's on the front porch crying, pleading for him to let me to come up the porch. Don't do this to him, she says. Just please don't do this to him. He's doing so good. And
Right.
fucking, the cop's like, shut the fuck up. Get back up on
Wow.
the porch. And all of a
To your
sudden,
mom.
it's just like, you
Wow.
know, that's like the one thing for me. I'll smack a motherfucker quick.
Right.
To my mother
Doesn't
like
matter
that,
who you
know?
are.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
can be fucking God. Don't talk to my mother like that. You know.
That's the thing. Like, cops should be
Shouldn't have
de-escalating,
done that. Dude.
not
He
antagonizing.
shouldn't. And mind you, he's a little punk ass kid on a village cop. He's trying to make a name. Wants to be a sheriff or a trooper.
Right.
Well, there's times and places, you know.
Right.
This probably, I wouldn't say this would be like a feather in your cap for
Right.
for a fucking raise, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Talking to my mother like that and shit.
Right.
So anyways, another cop comes there because it's getting escalated, you know. I was literally about to start bashing this dude, you know,
Right.
because he was being disrespectful as fuck to me, talking crazy to me.
Right.
And it's like, you don't even know what I've been through, dude.
Yeah.
To talk to me like this. Mind you, my kid's got a fucking football game that morning, Saturday morning, you know, and I'm huge into watching him play. So I'm sitting there like, that's all I cared about. I didn't care about nothing else. Just want to make sure I can make it to his game, you know.
Right.
And that's like, fuck. I'm like, what am I even doing here, you know? Like that's when you're just like, it all hits you. You're like, the fuck, man? Like, what am I even doing in this position right now?
Right.
So much farther past this shit, you know? And I just started, like, I pray to God, man. I'm not real, like, mind you, I've been raised a Catholic and shit like that, you know? You know, after, you know, recent, you know, escapades and stuff in the Catholic Church and stuff like that, I've decided to choose, you know, I believe in a lot of the Catholic beliefs. I still consider myself Catholic, but you know, I believe in a higher power, man.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
prayed
Right.
to that higher power, and I was like, dude, I know something's going to happen to me here, but you know, just help me get through this the best you can, and, you know, just let my kids be okay.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
And fucking, I went in front of the judge or whatever, they let me out. The judge was like, told the cops pretty much, you're a piece of shit. Judge told him that, like, in court, like, this is unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because I knew the judge or whatever. He's like, "Where you've been good, right? I
Yeah.
ain't seen you."
Right.
Because they say to me, the
Right.
judges got to know you so well because you're a nightmare, you know.
Right.
Now they see you at the gas station. You're driving a nice truck. You're lettering
Yeah,
up,
you're doing good.
doing good, swiping a credit card. Like, when the fuck did I ever have a credit card? You know, never.
Right.
I never had credit. You know,
Right.
we never had none of that shit. I've been in jail
And now here you are for
for something.
sitting
And now,
in your truck.
don't get me wrong. Driving drunk is completely dangerous. It's
Right.
really dangerous. It's scary. After being locked up for it, though, I met a lot of guys that went out one night and killed somebody, and they're doing 5 to 15s, 7.5 or 7 1/3 to 21s,
Right.
and
Right.
you're going to a parole board, and you're going in front of a panel of people, and you try to explain to them or persuade them to think that you're a good person after you murdered someone,
Right.
making a careless mistake and being
Right.
selfish and just drinking.
Right.
And you're here telling them that you deserve a chance to go out.
Right.
That's how
Right.
bad it can get.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know a kid that's 18 years old, went out for his birthday, killed his best friend in his own car, right?
Done.
Kid did 7.5 to 5, or he did a 7 to 14. A 7 to 14 at age 19. He CR'd off it, your conditional release, so it's like 85% of your time.
Right. That's
It's
a lot.
sad, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sad. And it's really sad because the kid died.
Right.
And it's really sad that his family has to deal with it. It's just sad all around.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
there was no point in time that kid was like, I'm going to kill this kid.
Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
killing him, and I'm going to jail for 9 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, mind
Yeah.
you, the kid's mom's got to go see him. She's not going to give up on him.
Yeah.
She's got to go send him 35-pound packages. Make sure he's got underwear, socks. So make sure the gangs aren't extorting him, robbing him and shit. But you know, make sure he's not buying drugs. It's a nightmare. Prison
Right.
is a nightmare. Talk about a fucking disaster. It's literally, you get a desolate area, right? Let's say Gowanda. I just talk about the worst place you could ever go.
Right.
Gowanda Correctional Facility. The worst medium prison you could probably ever go to. Hands-on cops. It's like a max. You got to walk in lines everywhere. Everyone's got big sticks. They threaten you with them. You know, it's not really too violent or whatnot, but it can be violent.
Right.
Inmate on inmate. It's more violent cop on inmate, right?
Right. Right.
Then you
Right.
got this next place next to it called Collins, right? So it's like you got this desolate place that there's nothing going on here.
Yeah.
Let's throw a prison there.
Right.
And we're going to employ the whole fucking town. Think about it. That's really what they do.
Right.
And that's what they do. So then you got to find out, you know, reasons of ways to fill these places.
Right.
You know, and now Cuomo is like realizing what a cesspool it was, even though he's really, you know, not the brainiac of the year. You know, his prison reform acts.
Yeah.
I agree with some. I don't agree with some.
Right.
You know? It's not being an inmate or not. It's being reasonable.
Sure.
being logical.
Right.
Right? So as far as like being pro cop, right? Of course I'm pro cop.
Right.
I got kids and shit.
Right.
You know? Of course I'm not going to call the cops if I have an issue,
Right.
but I'm not going to disrespect one.
Right.
I've done work for a lot of good cops,
Yeah.
and they know my situation. In
Yep.
fact, there's just so many odd occurrences that I've had throughout life, from being on one side of the fence to being the exact other side of the fence, like
Right.
polar opposite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what gives me the best perspective on life. you
Yeah.
know?
No shit.
So, anyways, I ended up doing a 1 to 3 in Gowanda for the DWI. The business was going real good, and I went into the jail. I was really worried about it, but my mother and my guys that stayed loyal to me and stuff like that, some didn't, and some, stole from us, some stole our tools and did some crackhead shit,
Yep.
ruined our name a little bit here and there, but people who know me and know, what we really are about, they knew that, that shit that wasn't us, and anyways, my mother was running the books and stuff. We were still selling work from there. I made the best of the situation. I was doing bids from inside there, like crunching numbers, and you could email in there now, and you can talk on the phone and write mail. I was sending out estimates and shit like that. We grossed, like, we had a good year, paid all
The
the
grind
bills.
doesn't stop.
Nah, fuck that. I was selling COs work in there,
Yeah?
They were asking me about stamp patios. I would do bids for them and shit, tell them they were getting charged too much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's got its perks,
Yeah.
they hook you up with some coffee or something here
Right.
and there.
Right.
That's amazing.
Whatever,
That you
just
stay on the grind.
yeah, you have
Stay
to.
on the grind.
You have to, because at the end of the day, man, I only got so many years on this box, this earth, I got to try to do something. No matter how many kick in the dick I get or spit in the face. Mind you, it's all self-inflicted.
Right.
I'm
Right.
not sitting here playing the victim role. It's not me, but it doesn't make it any less, it's definitely not fun,
Right. Right.
So, all right. So this one was your last bid.
Yes, it's it.
So,
So I got out May 7th last year.
so what? So once you did that bid, what was the thing in your head? Since that was your last one, what was the thing in your head where you were like, "This is where it's"? What point did it hit to you like, "I cannot come back. Like, I'm not coming back to this place"?
Well, one time I can think in particular that, I mean, obviously, the whole time you're sitting there, you're evaluating the whole situation. Obviously, I'm very, very critical of myself and stuff, and obviously I was coming off, I was, just not in a good state of mind, so I was very emotional and whatnot. I was, pretty upset, and one, when you're waiting to go to state prison, they come get you early in the morning, and they're like, you better take a shit now, pretty much, because you ain't gonna be seeing a bathroom for a few hours, because you're gonna be shackled up and shit,
Right.
So they get you up at like 3 in the morning. They put you in handcuffs and make you wait until like 7 or 8. They throw you in this van, and they ship you up, whatever. So we're sitting at a stoplight in Albion, and the CO that was working there, he's actually a decent dude, Chris. He was helping out coaching football with my kids' team and stuff, so we became familiar with each other,
Right.
outside of me being an inmate. He got to know me as a man,
Yeah.
not as just a number. And he was pretty cool with me and stuff. So I think he signed up to take me.
Yeah.
I think he like wanted,
Right.
because he was talking to me and stuff like, yo, like, you're gonna be good. You already know, bro. He's like, you're gonna be fine, And I'm like, I know I'm gonna be fine, but it's just, and it was just like they were all like just so, I could see how like they felt so bad for me, because like obviously I had made a different impression in there, and
Right.
so we were sitting there at the stoplight and the radio's on WCMF, and I had paid for advertising for Moosehead on WCMF, and it was like always in the traffic in the morning.
Right.
So we're traveling, and all of a sudden my ad comes on the radio, and the cops both like turn around because they knew
Yeah.
They're like, wow, bro.
That's you.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest fucking reality check ever. Like, first of all, that I just paid $900 for another week advertising. Second of all, that I was in a state transfer bus going to state prison.
Right.
You know, because I just couldn't control my fucking addiction.
Right.
It's like, come on, dude. I slayed so many beasts in my life.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
physically, emotionally, mentally, financially. I've been doing it for my whole life. I've
Right.
always been doing it, and like, just I couldn't get over the fact that this 5 hours of drinking landed me in a fucking state prison bit again.
Yeah.
And that was just it, man. I'm like, fuck this, never again, never again. So I went to I went to shock camp again.
Yeah.
I go there again. This time around, my drill instructor is now a lieutenant. This is how fucked up it is. I roll up on the bus. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, are you serious? He's like, I've been just reading about you. He's like, I followed up on you since you left.
Of course.
And I was
yeah.
like so proud of you, you know? And I was just like, I'm like, yeah. And I'm like not even making eye contact with him. He's like, look at me, motherfucker. He's like, what are you, a little bitch? I'm just like, yeah, pretty much feel like it, you know? Honestly, I fucking pretty much crushed. you know?
Right.
And he's like, listen, man, you're going to fucking get through this shit. And you're going to go home to your kids. Because he know my kids, because he see them on the visit floor and stuff. My poor kid's been raising, you know, coming to see me and shit.
Yeah.
Running through the fucking metal detectors and stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking God, dude. All the shit I put my family through and stuff, and just, it's a humbling thing to think about. And then, like, you know, whatever, I got medically disqualified for my foot because I broke it.
Right.
So they're like, you can't do the program. You got too much hardware in your foot. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, I'm trying to go home in 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, it's not happening.
Right.
So that's strike one. So I get shipped off to Gowanda Correctional Facility, which is like outside of Buffalo. So you go to Gowanda, it's like nasty shithole, worst cops in the world there, piece of shit. They should all, not all of them, there's a few of them that were decent. They should all be like ashamed of themselves about how they act, you know what I mean?
Got to get a 60-day in program over there.
You'd have a body cam in that place. Bro.
Right.
No one would be voting for anything that they're voting for.
Right.
You get it?
Yeah,
They know
yeah.
the truth of what really goes on in them places, you know?
Right.
Anyway, so I go there, everything's cool. I'm like normal routine, trying to pick it back up again, you know?
Right.
Back in prison, you know, here we go. You got to switch back and forth all the time, you know? It's like, what the fuck? It's getting tiring, you know? I just want to stay home and work.
Right.
You know, I really want to work, you know?
Right.
That's what I love.
Yeah, you've had this taste, you know,
it's-
you're in it.
So I'm like sitting there, and like all of a sudden, I was fighting to get in this program to help me get out earlier, like this DWI awareness program, and you know I'm doing AA. You know, I started doing AA in there. I actually started like being the chairman of AA.
Oh,
you
no
know,
shit.
in the Gowanda, you know. So every Tuesday night I had a meeting
Right.
where I would, you know,
Start it all
start
off,
the whole
lead
thing,
it. Yeah.
you know, do the whole
All the
Q&A,
steps
you
and-
know.
Yeah.
You know, so it was cool. It was beneficial for me. It kept me out of my feelings and thoughts and
Yeah.
stuff. You know. So then I'm all gung ho, and all of a sudden one day I'm sitting in this class, and I get they run up there, grab me, snatch me up, throw me against the wall, put me in handcuffs. I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
Well, apparently I took a drug test the day before. I was only in jail for 30 days. Right. You know, obviously I'm a bigger dude. I got a medical marijuana card. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
They come in, put a bag on you, slam you in the back of a bus, ship you off to the back of the property, put you in a bird cage, like a big bird cage, strip you down butt naked, delouse you pretty much, you know what I'm
God
saying?
damn,
They do
yeah.
some dumb shit.
Right.
Ask if you want to kill yourself. Like, I'm thinking about it, you know?
Yeah.
But if I
Yeah.
tell you I'm in
Yeah,
psych,
but if I tell you the
Yeah.
truth, I'm going in a Barney Rubble suit, which is the flame retardant suit.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like 600 degrees. You're in a 24-hour observation cell. They're watching you poop, pee, whatever.
Yeah.
Scratch your ass, eat your food, whatever. And then, like, can't be honest.
Right.
There you go again, men. You can't be honest.
Right.
So it's like, I learned, so I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
No one talks to you. You're in a box.
Right.
You're in the box.
You just do what they say. Don't ask questions.
You gotta hear different wheels, different carts make different sounds. So if the book cart's coming, or the food cart, or maybe it's the guy with a mop so I could clean my cell out, or maybe it's the linen exchange. I could get new sheets today. Your light stays on 24/7 like this. You can't. You're in a 8x8
sleep,
room.
no.
46 days.
Wow.
Something I didn't even do.
Wow.
Wait. You were in the box for 46 days?
Yes, 46 days. Correct.
I thought it was going to be like a couple day type.
Yeah.
40.
Well, they call it
and-
a tier three infraction because of the dirty urine, right?
Right.
So,
So anyways,
there's no bathrooms?
you have a toilet.
Okay.
Oh, it's nice. It's a two-piece vanity, right?
Okay, I got
Nice.
Yeah.
Stainless steel. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Nice and cold on the
you. Yeah.
ass cheeks.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's actually a 2-in-1. You get a sink and a
Oh.
toilet, but to brush your teeth over the shitter.
Right over the
Oh.
shitter.
And then you get your complimentary fucked
Eating those
up
poop particles while
Yeah.
you're brushing your teeth.
Yeah, it's the same water.
Oh,
Flush
God.
the toilet, sucks it out of the sink.
Oh.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
This is what we're doing to cats.
That's it.
We're correcting them.
First
Yes.
of all,
Yeah. Yes.
We're correcting
yes,
them.
Yes.
the one thing I just realized, which I'm a little mad that no one stopped me, is I go brushing your teeth
Oh,
over the
mouth,
shitter.
right. Hand
Well,
to
you're-
mouth or mouth to hand. What is
No one stopped me.
So used
before
to
I
seeing
did
you do that, I
It's
ain't
just-
gonna. Yeah, it's a normal thing.
It's cool,
and now
man.
it's on.
It is
now
what it
it's on
is.
That's
camera.
live, man.
Yeah,
It's cool.
it is.
you
no
know?
one would see that on YouTube. You know?
Yeah.
This is why we don't go live.
That's all right. Man. It's good. So like you're going through that shit, right? So now I'm thinking I'm going for an appeal. I'm gonna appeal this ticket. They're like, yeah, right. You know who you're dealing with. You don't appeal tickets here. I'm like, well, I am, and I kept getting mail sent in with like documentation of my medical marijuana card, all the paperwork backing it, this and that. They kept throwing it out, not getting it. I'm not getting it. Finally, one day I'm in there. I'm like, yo, I need to talk to the fucking sergeant right now, man. Like, this is bullshit, Dude, they fucking come in there, get against the wall. So, like, you're in a cell, they crack the gate. If you aren't against the wall, they're coming in there with the riot shields. They're beating your ass.
Yeah.
They're stomping you.
Jeez,
Right? So I'm like this. They say, get behind the back. You're here against the wall. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
You know what's going to happen. I'm in there on a fucking DWI, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what it's all stemmed from. I'm about to die in this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Off of a non-violent E felony.
Right.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm not taking nothing away from the DWI, but this is a little bit extreme for the situation.
Right. The
Yeah,
treatment doesn't
yeah.
really match.
So anyways, this is what they do. They go, did you just say you wanted to kill yourself? I'm like, huh?
Oh,
He's like,
no.
You want to hurt yourself, huh? Boom. Book them pretty much. They come in, snatch you up, take your shit, throw you in a 24-hour observation cell, send you to a psych center, and all the way across the state, you're in a fucking psych ward for 24-hour observation. They're like, oh, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with you. Oh, I know. They're like, let me guess, you came from Gowanda.
Buys them time.
They said it.
Right.
You came from Gowanda, didn't you? They knew it.
Right.
Because they're so
Wow.
notorious for
It's
the
happened.
nonsense.
Yeah. They just wanted to buy more time of you being in there.
And right, or well, basically is because they wanted to fuck me around, have me moving around so your mail doesn't follow you.
Right, right.
Because if you can't appeal it after 30 days.
You're done.
Oh,
kept pushing
okay.
me around.
Time limit. Yep.
Anyways, luckily I already had backup plans or whatnot. I had the shit sent to my other boy that was in general population. I had him already holding it down. Whatever, got the paperwork in, ended up reversing the ticket.
Wow.
Right.
They can't take away the 46 days though.
They can't take away all the stress and
Yeah. Yeah.
or my good time. Took my good time too.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't that much on a 1 to 3, but
But
still,
still.
I should have been home in March of last year instead of May, So, anyways, I get out, get back in the program. I end up, still chairing it, still keep the same motivation, not let it get me down.
Yep.
Knowing I'm going in front of a parole board or whatever, and I'm probably going to get hit because I
Yeah.
got this tier 3 ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it right before the parole board, I read that book, The Secret.
Yep.
And it's a 28-day program, and it teaches you about being grateful and shit. And dude, I ended up making the parole board, called my mom and my kids and shit. They were all happy and crying and like, dude, it's almost over, man. It is almost over. Came home and I came home on May 7th last year, dude. I had 13 estimates the next morning.
Haven't looked back.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
People like knew I was getting out or something.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't want to
Here
say
we
it.
go.
Whatever. It was really awkward. The first couple of customers, like, they wanted to be like, "Well, how you doing?" You know,
Right,
like, They
right.
didn't want to say it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
It was like a white elephant in the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Well-
like, "This guy's just straight out of jail." Right? You
Because
know?
I was gonna say, because I saw you killing it, and then all of a sudden everything was gone. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, just like that, man.
I had no clue.
Just
and
like-
then you pop back up. I was like, nice, there we are. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe his social media marketing was
Yeah.
technical difficulties for a
Right.
while.
Yeah,
Right,
it's how
right.
people were like, "Wait, you just went to prison?" I'm like, "Yeah,"
Yeah.
but you wouldn't know it because of how the good people I got around me.
Right. Yeah.
My mother is a saint, dude. Like I said, dude, I wouldn't be nowhere without her.
That's what it all always comes down to. No matter what you're going through, prison especially for people not going back in or making the same mistakes, or people going through depression, whatever it is that you're going through at a hard time, it's about that support system when you need it, when you're out. You know.
100%, bro. Like, it basically, the way I look at it is, everyone. It seems like a lot of people in today's day and age, they got like a real problem with morals being based on convenience.
Right.
We're like, and I've been guilty of this.
Yep. Yep.
I've allowed. Basically, this is how it happens for me, right? If you think of it simply for me, I break it down like this: I over E, right? They taught me this shit, right?
I learned.
Yeah.
I learned
Right.
this shit.
Department of Correction, right?
Corrected.
Correct.
Corrected.
Right. So, like they say, use your intelligence over your emotions, man, in all fucking decision making, and you won't go wrong.
Right.
Unless you're a straight retard.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, to be, maybe I am, but
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is, like, I had to really figure out how to control my emotions and, like, how to not allow, like, me being so, like, because sometimes your passion can work against you,
Absolutely. 100%.
Well, it's easier said than done.
Yes.
That
Right.
thing's easier said than
Yeah,
done.
right.
You know.
for
That
sure.
takes
But
self-awareness.
it's the truth.
Yeah, man.
That
yeah.
is the truth.
Yo, man.
You know?
Like, I never forget the shit, dude. Fucking. Just being where I was at, and just, I came home and I had all this work and stuff, and I've been so blessed to have so many good customers and so many good people put my name out there like that, man. After everything I've done and everything I've been through, it's just like a straight, like, just,
It's a blessing.
It
It's
is, man.
I mean, that speaks more than anything. You
yeah,
know?
I'm just so humbled by it.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
Is that one of the things that you think will keep you on the right track?
yeah,
Having all those people.
I don't want to let them down.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I like when my mom goes to the grocery store and people are like, "Dude, I saw some of that work your son did. It's so nice." Instead of being like, "Does he need a package?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a
Give
difference.
Give my mom something to be proud of.
What a
Yeah.
difference.
So
Absolutely.
my father too. My father's like, me and my father had a really fucked up relationship growing up. And because he had a fucked up childhood growing up. He didn't have no one showing him love and shit. He was, grew up the hard way, and me and him, he didn't show no emotion. And
Yeah, yep.
and I'm not gonna say he was a bad dad by any
No.
means. He was just
That's
strict.
that's the older
That's,
generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
And that's what now you see him with my kids.
Yeah.
That's-
Totally different.
So I learned how to be a dad from watching him be a grandpa, not a dad.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah,
how
no,
the-
absolutely. I
Who's
can
this
see
guy
that.
that's the grandpa
Yeah,
to my
yeah,
kids?
yeah.
Where-
Yo,
it's totally.
just totally different.
My dad was like that before everything with him.
Yeah.
My dad was like that with my sister's kids. It was
Yeah.
like, to me, he was tough. He wanted the structure,
Yeah.
the lessons, And then to them, it was like anything goes.
Yeah.
They ran the show.
Yeah,
not,
exactly.
you know.
Right now, my
You're like,
kids
who's
are,
this big loving,
dude,
bear?
now the kids are out there just like running amok,
Right, right.
He's laughing and joking, and that
Yeah.
wasn't like that back in the
Right,
day.
right.
No,
It's
no,
funny
no.
how that goes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is, man, for sure.
All right, so let's break the ice. Let's go into some questions. Let's see. Whatever you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer.
Yeah,
We
you can't hurt my feelings.
we
man.
want some entertainment and some laughs here. I think it's been pretty cool though.
Yeah.
It's been pretty
Oh,
comical and cool.
yeah.
Um,
Oh shit.
damn,
Sorry.
Hollywood over here.
Yeah.
People calling for
You wanna know
appointments.
who it really
Jesus.
is? It's my ride, man. That's what a loser I am. Seriously, this is what life's gotten you. You know what I mean? You
I was
gotta
just saying, oh man, they're blowing up Moosehead
man,
for.
yeah. No, not. Moosehead's closed after 7:00.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Oh, I
okay.
got you.
Saturday,
All
we
right,
got you.
closed.
so we know those hours now.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we talked about your recent visits. So for us, we never did any serious time.
Right.
Anytime.
Right.
I actually,
Well, I was,
actually, I gotta have a little cred. I never saw past booking
Right.
in Albany
Right.
or Albion,
Okay.
Albion,
Albion.
Sorry,
Albany.
but I saw a couple people in there. I was like, all right, they're right there. Did you ever, one, either have to hold any pockets, or two, did you have any people that were holding your pockets?
Oh shit. Nah, fortunately, I never got to experience any of that stuff.
Was it
so.
anything? I mean, was it anything like that?
So I'll be honest with you. There's a bunch of politically correct term is but there's some funny shit that goes on in there. But there's a thing they tell you to stay away from, and it's the gangs, the gays, and the gambling.
Okay.
Just you stick away from that type of shit when you're in there, and just do your time and stay in the weight pit, stay in the
You're
shack.
good.
So, yeah, I'm so naive to this shit.
That's fine. That's why it's a good show.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You ever seen the show Oz?
Yeah.
Okay, so is it anything like
It can be.
yeah,
It can,
Okay.
There's times where you gotta,
yeah.
they send the tear gas out in the
Right.
yard and shit like that.
Yeah.
But, like,
yep.
If you're not, they kind of make it seem like if you're not in one of the gangs,
Yeah. So like
That
the whole
you're in-
gang thing is like this, right? You say it right. So there's like gangs, Bloods.
yeah,
Everyone knows about the
Yep.
Bloods.
Yep.
Yep.
They try to run the show a lot and stuff in there. They're like,
So it is set. There is
oh my God,
segregate.
yeah,
it's all
fucking-
segregated.
It's
yeah.
wicked in there.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I mean, white guys. It's hard. It's hard being a white guy in there.
I was gonna say, are you?
I'm not a white guy though.
Okay.
Like
Yeah. Who?
I'm
What
Italian,
clique?
man,
What clique were you
My-
sticking with in
My
there?
mother's Sicilian, and like
Okay.
I've had an Italian background, and
Sure.
I've been hanging with like older Italian cats, and that's really who I hung with. Play poker, cook some sauce,
Oh shoot.
chef it
Okay.
up,
I like
good
that.
like Goodfellas, making sauce, a little bit of garlic.
So you were
I
still
got
getting
you.
your
I got
breads
you.
and pastas in.
I got you.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, man.
Okay.
You got to make the best of it,
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no,
on
absolutely.
Thanksgiving, I cooked for 45 guys in there, man.
Really?
Yeah, for the Bills Cowboys game.
Oh,
Thanksgiving game.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
I made literally. I didn't cook for 45. I was actually 60 guys. I made like 30-something pounds of pasta in a microwave.
Oh, wow.
First of all, actually, the first set was microwavable, and then I waited for the cop to kick his feet up and shut his eyes, and
Yeah.
I took the hot pot and I started boiling 5 pounds of spaghetti at a time in a big hot.
Now,
cauldron.
Was it really
Yeah.
spaghetti or top ramen?
It's spaghetti.
Okay.
'Cause
All
in-
right.
'cause
All
in
right.
in state prison, it's different.
Okay.
In state prison, it's longer term. So
Yeah.
They give you a little bit more of a. When you go to the commissary, you can like buy real shit sometimes.
Okay.
It's actually like don't get me wrong. It's not like cool or nothing.
Yeah.
Right,
It
right.
makes it somewhat tolerable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
You know, you get your mind up, get an ice cream or something on the commissary day, could maybe get you through 2 weeks of hell, you know.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Or like visit to visit, like I'd see my kids on the weekend, and I would just pray for that day that I would get to hold my kids, you know,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like fucking squeeze them and shit.
right.
Yeah.
And then they just like, all of a sudden it's like, see ya, and all of a sudden it's just fucking war zone.
Wow.
It's like kiss the kids goodbye, love ya,
Ow.
put your pants down, show me your balls, cough. Make sure you don't got any drugs in your ass, or make sure you got any
Oh, yeah.
knives in your ass.
Yeah.
You know? Legit, bro.
Right,
It's
yep.
legit. The story, like
Yeah.
you're getting cavity searched the whole
All
night.
your humanity's
I'm telling
gone.
my mom, like she's like every time at the end of the visit, she's like, "Why are you getting so upset?" I'm like, "You don't even know, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Jesus
I don't even want to tell you.
Christ.
I don't even
Yeah.
want you to think about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
But fuck. My mother, she used to come up winter storm, sun, you know, snowstorm, 2, 3, 4 hour drive. She's up there playing gin with me, you know, playing cards with me on the visit floor and buying me some snacks and trying to make me happy, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my mom, you know. She does it. She's the best thing. She's the only thing that really kept me sane, you know.
Damn.
Yeah.
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 Try to
My
make her
my
proud,
Dukes
you know?
being my Dukes.
Yeah.
But the whole, the whole gay thing. There's a lot of gay shit that goes on in jail, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I try to stick away from all that
Yeah.
shit. you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just got to read this comment from Tristan.
Tristan Brown.
Yep.
Oh boy, let's see.
That motherfucker's hairline represents his time locked up, like rings on a tree trunk.
Yeah, I got a 5 head, you bitch ass. motherfucker. Yo, Tristan Brown.
Talk
man.
about Mooseheads.
Yeah, that's it.
He's
man.
part of the gang.
That's
Uh-huh.
Tristan Brown's the only cat that I
Honorary
know.
Moosehead.
That's the only cat I know wearing a size 9 baseball cap. That bitch has got the biggest fucking diameter on a fucking head. He's cute though. He's a good-looking kid. I love him.
Handsome guy.
He
Handsome
is.
guy.
That's my boy.
Oh
That's
man.
that's a day one. I've known him forever, man.
Yeah.
Tristan's a good kid. He got beautiful family, doing his thing down south now.
Definitely.
It's good to see, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think that's been one of the coolest parts. I feel like I've interacted, like, since me and Johnny have been doing this, just that. I mean, I feel like I've interacted with a lot of people from back in the day that we haven't gotten to talk to in a while, and, you know, just like this. You know,
It's
it's
just
Yeah,
fun,
man.
man.
Yeah.
been awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we got one little funny thing out of the way. So let's get to one other little topic here. The cops thing. We'll revisit that.
Yeah.
So what's your stance on cops? So you said you give a discount. So obviously you respect law enforcement.
Yeah, I do.
So but you've made it kind of clear like there's a line between there's a difference between COs and your everyday street cops, whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you call them, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So what's
I
your
mean,
stance with police?
Basically, as a taxpayer, my stance is like, I pay taxes for you to protect my family. I don't pay you taxes to protect me. I don't need you to protect me.
Right.
You protect my family, because the way I look at it is the way I'm going. If I protect my family, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta give it up to them. you know?
Exactly.
I
yeah.
gotta give it up to them.
Yep.
Never really thought about it like that. That's
I'm not in any position to catch any more charges.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
but believe me, kids are the one thing that would send me there. But, the thing is cops are necessary for society, man. Whether or not when I was younger, I used to be wild and crazy and shit, I still could get wild, let my hair down,
Mhm.
my hair. But that's why I put my hat back on, because he made me self-conscious.
Yep,
again,
yep.
Shitbag.
yeah.
But anyways, you just like just cops are necessary, man. Like, not all of them are great, but they're all human.
Right.
And you put yourself in a position like that guy that just got sentenced for that George Floyd thing, or he didn't get sentenced, he got convicted or whatever of the murder. He's gonna have a hard life, man.
Yeah.
And he deserves it.
Yeah.
He did the wrong thing, and
Right.
that dude, regardless of George Floyd, he was what he was.
Yep.
you could say the same thing about me.
Right.
You could look at my record and say the same thing about me.
Right.
And just because it's conveniently at that time, your morals are conveniently, you know, not at this point in time. It's convenient for you to shit on me.
Right.
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 So
Yeah.
that's just how it goes. It's
Yep.
just, that's what I'm saying. There's no, that cop deserves what he got. But there's
Exactly.
other times where the people deserve what they got.
Yeah.
Regardless of skin color or not.
100%.
You know, this whole white privilege stuff, you know, all that stuff, all this racial crazy, they're trying to divide everybody and stuff. Like,
And it's working.
yeah,
It's working.
It's they're not trying anymore.
Right.
They're just
keep feeding
driving
it.
the
Keep
fucking.
feeding
Yeah.
it.
They're driving the division. They're driving it deeper and deeper, and
Right.
people just gotta know that, man. Like, you know, we're just like I seen this thing that said we're like ants, you know, red ants, black ants, right?
Right.
You're in the same jar.
Right.
They shake it up, flip you upside down. What do you know?
That's it.
You're an ant.
Yeah, that's it.
You're
We're all
fucking
ants. yeah.
You're an ant. Now
Right.
you're just in a different place.
Right.
Doesn't matter your skin color, none of that shit. All that matters is that you realize someone's shaking the fucking bottle.
Right. Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah,
you
man.
can figure that out, that's the variable.
That's-
right.
that's
That's over
it.
here. He's going like this and just stabbing you in the side. You know,
Right.
like it's all big fucking magical act.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but at the end of the day, though, cops are necessary. I got a lot of people that I respect that are police officers. I support them. You
Right.
know, I don't have any problems with them.
Right.
I tell people all the time, like, they expect you to be like, fuck the police, and be some dumb ignorant. Hey, listen, dude, never.
Right.
I got cops watching my kids cross the road. I got cops
Right.
making sure my kid's bus is good. I got cops making sure crackheads aren't stealing shit out of my barn when I'm at work.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it is what it is. Back in the day, maybe I would have told you I hate the cops,
Right.
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 but I don't. I
Right.
don't hate them. They're necessary.
Well, I think a big part of it is what you've talked about today. Is yes, back then you might have done that. Fuck the police, whatever. Fuck them. I hate them. Spit on poo. But now looking at it, you're like your perspective has changed. Where it's like I've done some shit.
Yeah.
You're owning
Yeah.
up to what led you to do the things that you
Right, but a
did.
lot of people in his position
Don't do
would
that.
have the exact opposite
Oh yeah.
Right.
reaction.
And that's
Exactly.
why they're going to stay the same place.
That's the difference.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm
They're
saying.
stagnant,
That's what's
yeah.
so. It's almost amazing to me to hear it because
Right.
it's like
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was you, I don't know.
Right.
I
No,
don't know.
yeah, it's tough.
Right.
It's tough, you know. But all the main thing behind everything is just if everyone just takes responsibility for their own shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
You have. Yeah. You got to be self-aware.
It's that simple.
Another
Yeah.
thing that's easier said than done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Not
it's
enough
but
people-
it
'cause
is
it's
necessary.
Yeah. It's way easier to go. I did it because of that, or this, or
Right.
this, than it is to go. I did it because of this, because who I am, my choices.
Yeah.
What do I need to do to change
And what
it?
people don't
That's
realize
the
is
hard part.
the government isn't going to be the one that turns this stuff around.
Right.
It's us.
Yeah.
Right. If
It's us.
I was just
because if it's
saying
up
that.
to the government,
Mhm.
it's going to stay the way it is.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
they have
it
control.
serves them.
They have control.
Yeah.
They're puppets. They're puppeteers, you know.
I was
And-
just saying to my stepmom the other day, if we all shut our TV off
Oh my God.
for a day, a week, and just all talk to each other,
Oh.
Yeah.
shit would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be cool.
You wouldn't
We'd
know.
be cool.
You wouldn't hear.
You
none.
turn
Yeah.
that off because everyone you talk to is just mimicking what they see on TV, what
Yeah.
they read in the paper.
Oh, word for word almost,
and
too.
you can't trust any of that anymore.
No.
Yeah.
The only person you can trust is the people around you. You know, your circle around you, and then talk to other people.
Yeah,
Be
go out and
open to
experience
other
things
people.
yourself.
Yeah, it's
You
crazy.
know?
Yeah, I agree, man.
It's nuts.
I agree, man. You know, just you know, everyone just plays their position.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
it,
man. Yeah.
worry about yourself
Yeah.
and just
That's a big one. That's a big
start
one.
there.
Yeah.
Start there. Worry about yourself.
Yeah, it's
You know?
I'm really sick of. I'll tell you one thing that really fucking fries my fritters is
Ooh, I like
That's
that.
good.
all these people that are so fucking worried about the next motherfucker when their
Right.
life's in turmoil.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, man.
like you know what's the worst is like this is a day and age of social media, right? So you got a lot of these slouch bitches around here. They're on social media. They're anytime they do one good thing, they want you to tell them about it. You know, they want to tell everyone.
Yeah.
They take a picture of it. They want to document it because the other 23 hours of the day, they're a fucking lazy slug doing nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not
Right.
productive. They're not good parents. They're
Mhm.
just nothing,
Right.
right? And like I don't know, man. I just can't stand the photo op people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The photo op people. You know, like let's just get the reality. You know, let's just get down to business. Like, do your shit, play your position, raise your kids.
Boom.
These are all things that you like signed up for.
Own
like,
it.
Yeah, it's it.
It's like what you said before. It's your own morals. So like, you, it's too easy nowadays for, like you said, everyone to go on and put that one good thing that they did for the day and get all this feedback. Everyone does. That's what everyone does it for. More of it is for the attention rather than just like, yo, I'm gonna go out today. I'm gonna go volunteer, and I'm not gonna tell a single soul. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do it because
Right.
that's me. Or today, yes, I'm actually going to take care of my kids and be there
Yeah.
for them, not
And I don't have to take a picture.
right,
and
not
send
not be there every single day, and then that one time in that month, you're like, yeah, my kids love me, we're
Yeah.
having a great time, blah blah blah.
Right.
So
Nah, you're
it's
right, bro.
across the board.
You're right. That's it.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Have you gotten vaccinated?
No.
Are you going to?
it. Vaccinated would be the correct.
Vaccinated. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. Sorry.
But have you gotten vaccinated?
I don't know. I definitely haven't gotten vaccinated, and I definitely don't plan on it. You know, unless they say like, you gotta vaccinate to go to the Bills games. You know,
Right. Which you were telling me that's like
That's
they're
what they
fighting
said.
that,
That's
right?
I think they said that, and
Yeah.
I want to say I saw. I don't know if I saw the article. Somebody told me about it that Cuomo was saying that they can't legally do that.
right?
Like
I don't know.
I don't know though. Who knows
I don't know
now
what the fuck
anymore?
To believe, you know.
Yeah,
We'll see
exactly.
what happens
Yeah.
when it comes time, but
it just seems like it can't be right. Like
right.
how can I don't know how you
Well, you're
can
gonna have to
do
wear a
that.
mask anyways.
Here's kind of my point behind it. And I want to get your thought if you agree or not. Like everybody has been fighting for women's rights. My body, whatever. My body, my choice. So why doesn't that pertain to getting a vaccine? Like why all of a sudden do I have to
Because-
put something in my body because everybody else wants me to?
Simple. It's conveniently based. It's conveniently based.
Right.
Their morals are conveniently based. The reasoning behind it is based on convenience. It's the happening thing right now. It will get them the most exposure. It'll get them. That's what they just take advantage of the trending fad. You know.
Right.
Me too. Like not
Right.
saying that the women's rights aren't important, but it's been more of a thing.
Right.
You know, it's
Right.
been the thing.
Right.
And women do deserve more. They do deserve more accolades, and they deserve more opportunities. And I feel like they are getting it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so let's just keep it going, and God bless them. And
Yeah. 100%. I'm definitely behind women.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
We're gonna edit that out.
Really?
We're
no,
gonna
man,
edit,
we're live.
We're gonna edit that
live.
out
Get freaky
on the
Behind
YouTube
women.
version.
All right, I got
So
you.
I'll definitely. I don't know how to put it in a good way, but yeah,
You support women?
I respect and support women for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like I feel like sometimes the loudest of them. I don't want you to take this offensively, even though my opinion is my opinion. I feel like the loudest ones that really just want to be maybe heard but don't really care about the change, they disappear like with the Cuomo stuff.
Oh yeah.
Where is everything? Me
Yeah.
Too and this. Where is all that? Why is it not so important now?
Yeah,
Stay
it's just-
consistent the whole way through.
It's just
I
like,
got your back.
It's like everything. It's just anything that. It's just always a magic trick, man. Like they're moving something over here because they want your attention over here, and then they slide it over here.
Right.
It's constantly shifting.
Right.
Things, deception. That's, and like the whole thing is everyone thought, you know, with social media and whatnot, you thinking like people they have less privacy and stuff like that, but really it worked against the government and social media because like the hoax is on them because it exposed them for what they really were.
Right.
You know, all these years you heard of these conspiracy theories and shit like that. I mean, it kind of all is coming true.
Right.
You know,
Right.
You just gotta.
you got to know which ones like to filter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
well, you gotta use your brain.
Yeah.
People aren't doing
Use
that
your brain.
enough.
Don't just watch
Yeah.
the news
Yeah.
and say, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I want to challenge people to just not just turn all that stuff off for a week.
Yeah.
You know, like I stopped watching all that stuff
I can't watch
a
it.
while
I can't
ago,
watch it.
and it's just like I just try to follow my own morals, like we've been saying. Like try to just follow my own heart, my own path, do the right thing, and if everybody did their version of the right thing, maybe we get somewhere. You
Right.
know, you know.
Yeah, man.
Screw it.
It's a true story. You know, if everyone just sounds like fucking kumbaya and shit like that, right? But really, what is the whole problem behind people not getting along and this and that, a lot of it is because people don't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And
they
we've
just
brought
Huge,
that up before.
especially now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
don't understand like so like, you know, someone's reaction and body language is instantly gonna send someone else off into a, you know, get them all crazy and
Yeah.
shit. You
Right.
know, body language is huge. People don't realize it. Like simply answering a question a certain way. You know, I treat people. I observe everyone that I come in contact with now, and I make sure that even if I have to modify how I treat people on a specific basis, that I really take the time to learn
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
especially if they're around me a lot,
Right.
because I want them to make them feel it that they're important to me. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Like, you know, just, you know, sometimes you gotta like walk on eggshells around someone, around something, and
Right.
you know, other people that you tell like they might not like that.
Right.
It's just like, listen, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's how I get the best success out of this person.
Right.
This is how I get him to do what I need him to do for me
Yep.
and for himself and for the whole team. This is what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And if I got to do that, whatever, so be it. You know.
Right. Right.
And it's just like, but guys in general are always told to not express their emotions.
Yep.
It's not, even if they don't say it, it's just kind of like conveyed to you that way through your whole life. Guys are tough. Guys, the only thing acceptable is anger, and anger is a secondary emotion for depression,
Right.
sadness.
Right.
It's because it's not acceptable for you to cry being sad as a man.
Yeah.
But it's acceptable for you to punch a hole in the wall because you're pissed off. But in
Exactly.
reality, you're just really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that. Yeah, like you said, you cry, something like that. People are laughing at you.
Yeah.
You go punch a hole in the wall.
They're like,
Like,
whoa,
whoa,
man, he's serious,
this
man.
guy's
That
This
guy
guy's
is
serious.
not
Well,
happy.
he's
yeah,
kind of cool.
You're just a human, right?
Yeah,
That's all you
yeah.
are. You're just a human. So like, you just go, oh man, they scared him.
Yeah.
Keep punching holes in the wall.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Right.
not gonna say nothing
Yeah.
about how I feel.
No.
Yeah.
And you just compound it. Then it becomes habitual. Then it becomes routine. Then you teach it to your kids. They teach it to their kids. And
Yeah.
then it just keeps going.
It's just a
Yeah.
cycle.
You just gotta let people know. I hug my kids all the time, man. You know, I love you.
Yep.
When they're getting crazy, my one son, he's throwing fists, want to go crazy, wants to fight. I hug him and just kiss him. I love you, buddy.
Yeah.
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 At first, he'd be like, "What the?
Yeah,
Right,
what the
right.
fuck's going on right
love
now?
you, buddy, man. It's
Yo,
all
you
right. I
get
know
that?
you're upset, man. You're
Yeah.
upset about something."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know you, man.
Uh huh.
'Cause
Right.
I've been through it.
Right. Right.
So I get to the point where I'd be so mad I want to cry. You know,
Mhm.
you don't want to cry because that's the thing.
It's
You're
not.
not getting so mad you want to cry.
It's not
You're
the
so
right
sad you know you can't cry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So I'm gonna show the next thing.
thing. Right.
And that's
Right.
mad.
That's anger. Yeah.
100%
Right away.
factual information. Problem with 90% of guys in the world.
Yep.
They aren't allowed to show their true emotion.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything
Oh, yeah.
comes out the wrong way.
You know, like
I totally agree.
I like, you know, every day I try to talk to guys and, you know, guys that I'm cool with and stuff. We talk and, you know, bust balls a lot, but, you know, just give each other, you know, hope, man. You know, shit's not always doom and gloom, you know.
Right.
This shit's
Yeah.
still good, you know.
Right.
It's
Yep.
still good. Kids are young. Kids are good. healthy. That's all I care about is them kids, my parents, you know, my wife and stuff. Everyone. I just want my family and to prosper, and I want people just to just live, man.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
live, bro.
Absolutely.
Just enjoy life, man.
That's
It's
what
too
we've
short,
taught, like
man.
said, you know, it's like, that's it, man. Like 2 minutes from now, we could all be wiped out.
Yeah.
Doesn't, one of us could, you know, tomorrow one of us could be.
Yeah.
So what did you do before that? You know, like,
Yeah, are they
just
gonna remember your
enjoy.
name?
Just enjoy.
They
Like,
are they gonna remember your name?
yeah, I want people to be like, yo, this guy was just happy, loved everyone. Like, that's it.
You know, like
Did the best for himself and for everyone else.
you guys know Melvin, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's my man, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone was cool with him. He's a
yeah.
But like, I think about him all the time. You know, like, you know, one day we're here talking jokes and shit,
Mhm.
and then like, you don't really realize. Like that's another thing. Like I think about all the time. Like, if I had let him know, or if I had known what I know now,
Right.
like maybe he could have, you know, explained to me what he was feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he was hurt.
Right.
He hurt in unit, you know.
Yeah.
He was hurting for a while, and then, you know, that whole thing that happened or whatever, and you know, it's a shame, but it's just shit like that could have been avoided.
Right.
My other
Yeah.
buddy who committed suicide,
Yeah.
man, guys, that's what they do, man.
It's hard. It's
That's what
hard.
they don't, because they can't express their emotion,
Right.
so they just get they're just like fuck it, and just
Right.
Yeah.
and they're just like,
It just
that's
gets too much.
That's the fucking ultimate show of anger.
Right.
I'm killing myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it leads to,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds, if you break it down, that's really factual information.
I absolutely. I 100% agree.
So, that's
And
just
it's
how I
hard,
look at it
like,
that, man.
I don't know, thinking about it, like guys like you, Melvin. I always looked at. I was like, Jesus, those are some big motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah.
those are some tough guys. Like, I want to be like that. But
You
you
don't-
assholes had the same emotions I
You
did,
don't
and
want to be
I.
like that, you know. You know
Yeah.
why? Because the reason why you don't want to be like, it looks cool looking in, right?
Right.
But I thought I used to always want to be like you. You don't know that
Right.
because guys don't talk.
We don't talk about
feelings.
shit.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's that
No.
simple,
Yeah.
you
That's
know?
that's it, man.
You know, I used to be like envious of you because you know you cut up, you got like the beach bod. I got the beach ball bod. You know what I mean? Holy fuck, right? You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. You know, you people always want what someone else has.
Right.
And, as long
And
as
you don't realize
you don't realize it.
No.
You know.
No.
You know, I don't know, man.
That's it. It's just like no one has to feel the way they're feeling about themselves.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't hate
They
on
just
nobody,
knew that.
bro, you know.
Yeah.
I don't hate on nobody. Yeah, there's a few people I'd like to smack the fuck out of.
Yeah.
But
it's not.
yeah, you know, obviously,
It's
not be-
unavoidable.
yeah.
Unavoidable.
obviously Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
And a lot of those
You know?
people speak for themselves with how they
Yeah,
are.
I mean,
you know.
and if it did happen, you know, there wouldn't be too many upset people about it, right?
Mm-mm,
Let's just put it like that. So, what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, life's good, everything's good. Try to just stay humble, keep everything in perspective.
Yeah.
Like I used to say at this AA meeting, if I could, like, take the smell of, if I could make, like, the feeling I was feeling when I got locked up the last time, that despair and, like, that just sickening.
Hmm.
If I could take that and somehow turn it into, like, a fragrance
Yeah.
and keep that bottle of cologne
Yep.
at my bed, and every morning I woke up and sprayed that shit, I would never, ever forget. That's the problem. As long as if people keep, but with me, is everything would be going good for a couple years, and then you just get complacent,
Right.
and you're like, no, you got to keep that shit fresh in your mind. I got a problem with this. It's okay. I understand it. I'm calculated. I know everything about the problem. I'm well aware of it.
Yep.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
But the more you just overlook shit, don't talk about shit, like we talked about before, it builds up until it erupts
Right.
because it got nowhere else to go.
Right. It's coming out one way or
So
another.
you guys, just want to let you know, not only can you call me for any of your masonry needs, you can call me just to talk.
Yes.
I'm a
Yeah.
friend. I'm a friend of friends, man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know, I pride myself. I've done some fucked up things to some friends in the past. I wish I could take it all back. But over the past few years, I can honestly say I've been the best possible friend to anyone that I've come in contact with, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we've all, I mean, yeah, we've all had, everyone you talk to has something they regret in the past. The difference is where you're going to go from there. Where are you going to go now?
Yeah.
Like, you can keep making that same mistake and then
Yeah.
that's on you, but
Yeah, dictionary definition of insanity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different
Exactly.
result. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I
That's
think,
it.
yeah, I mean, we gotta learn from our own shit, or
For
else that's your own fault, you know. Couple things in here I wanted to make sure people didn't think I was ignoring them. Joe, most people listen to, react, and reply, not listen to and understand. Right.
Correct.
And then
true.
TJ, I'm not going to skip your comment. Imagine the mental health of LGBT community when you make fun of them in high school. We all make decisions and we all need to do better. Yeah, I mean, look, when we were young, we don't have as much of an understanding of that
Was
stuff.
that TJ
Right.
Cobb?
Yeah.
TJ's good shit.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine going through high school with anything, any minorities, any yeah, you're gay, you know, you're whatever your struggle is, going through high school is probably the hardest time.
Oh, yeah.
If you're overweight, if you're small and scrawny, I got bullied like a motherfucker
Right.
because I was some little scrawny fuck in middle school.
Yeah.
You know, so we all have our own little struggle, and high school is probably the worst time to go through anything.
Right.
And
Yeah, high
but
school's tough,
Oh,
no matter
yeah.
what.
Oh,
But you
yeah.
add some of those things on there.
yeah,
Because it's the main point where you feel are you accepted or not.
Yeah.
Humans want to be accepted.
right,
Yeah.
It's just human
Right.
nature.
yep,
Right.
exactly,
And it's just like people. It depends on what you're gonna do for acceptance,
Yeah.
yeah,
and that's where then that starts the story.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
um,
Don't. I don't want to get judged because of this right here. I'm a Tim Hortons guy. I don't drink this shit.
usually reps the Timmy O's. All right, so let's start wrapping this up. I definitely want to say thanks for coming on last minute. We hit you up yesterday, but we were fucking pumped for that.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, it's huge. Just talking about all your shit. Opening
Yeah,
up.
what the fuck? We could have kept going, right? But
Definitely.
I'm not that I didn't enjoy it, but I'm sweating profusely, and I'm having a hard time with the headphones on.
Yeah.
I
You know,
got you.
so-
Yeah.
I got
so
you.
I'm not saying that it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
But like I feel like I'm screaming, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
No,
I
yeah.
got
And we-
I'm deaf as it is from all the equipment and shit. You know?
Right. Yeah.
We can have you on whenever too.
Yeah.
This isn't the only time.
No.
Yeah, I'm game to come on, especially like football season.
Oh yeah,
we'll-
absolutely. We're definitely
this is
gonna do
only
some
the
stuff.
beginning. Only
Oh,
the
Like
yeah.
we're
beginning.
doing tables and shit.
Oh
you know?
man,
We're gonna have
somebody's
some
going
good
through
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
So thanks for everyone who came on, put some input in, and watched. Definitely reminder, we're gonna put this out on YouTube next week, and that's gonna be the spot to go. Go follow us, subscribe. That's where we need your support.
585 Boys Podcast.
And
YouTube.
don't forget, it is that time of year to definitely get your masonry done. Moosehead Masonry. So thanks again, man. We really appreciate it, and I hope there's some other people that can relate,
Oh yeah.
to these stories and pick
Oh,
something
yeah,
up out
sure.
of that.
I know a bunch of them. You know,
Yeah,
a bunch of guys struggling.
yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you guys, and we're out.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Peace.